Hi, it's day 43, and today, December 15th, would have been my brother's 45th birthday. Earlier this year, he decided to end his life. Apparently, he was having some financial hardship due to COVID. Apparently, during the pandemic last year, he lost his job. None of us family members knew about it, so it hit us really hard. And of course, we blamed ourselves for not being in touch with him more often or not reaching out to him more often. Oh, that was really rough, you know? I don't think I asked myself, like, what kind of sister am I? Like, not knowing what he was going through. It was a tough time, and I went into depression around that time because of what was happening with my brother's death, but also because my symptoms were getting worse. It was already getting worse, and then when I received the news, I think it just pushed me to the edge. So that was a rough time for me and the family. And I think we all cried for a long time. And I think we still do sometimes because we miss him. But also, because of his departure in a very profound way, my family has gotten so much closer. I think all of us kids had some hard feelings towards our dad for some things that he did in the past, but he made a commitment to be a better person, someone people want to come to, if they need help. So we see the change in him, and that itself has been quite healing for my family. Because what his actions, the influence his actions had during our childhood, especially in our teenage years, was really dramatic. So in that sense, to see him say he's sorry and that he wants to change has been really healing for us. And at the same time, his death allowed my daughter to open up about her depression as well. So we are so much closer, and we're able to have more open conversation about how she's feeling, be my caregiver. At the same time, she was a manager at a local fast food place, and the customers were not, always nice, and it was a high stress job, and I think everything was just all too much. and academically she was struggling. So all of that led her to deeper depression, you know? And if it wasn't for my brother, I don't know what would have happened to her. But because of that, she decided to open up and be more honest and, be open to share, how she feels. So that's been such a blessing in disguise. So it was a rough year for us, to say the least. Not just that, health conditions, but his departure, the choice that he made without talking to us, really made us think about how we want our family dynamics and relationship to be. And then I think after that, we have gotten so much closer. My family in Japan is much closer, and I always felt close to my kids, but then when my daughter opened up, it was a reality check for me that I was in a survival mode for so long that I didn't even recognize my own daughter's suffering. So it's been a very eye-opening year, for sure. And then, of course, my relationship ended in June. I think I had a resentment towards him, the way he left. But I just wish him happiness, And then I resigned from my work after talking to my boss and talking to my doctors, of course. And we decided that me focusing on health is the most important thing for me, which made sense. And minimally, I'm still continuing to have about 7 appointments per week, minimally. Like this week I think I've already had, what is it, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Well, this week I think I'm gonna have about 10 appointments by Friday. But anyways, it's been quite a year for sure. And today I had a kinesiology appointment in the morning. I was hoping that I can still make it to my speech therapy, but I didn't finish on time. So I'm so grateful that my speech therapist was able to reschedule our session till tomorrow. So I'm so grateful for that. During the kinesiology session, we talked about my past as well. It's interesting to see how my physical response as well as my emotional response has a lot to do with what I experienced in the past, So to be able to have the kinesiologist tie that to the, past event, and to be able to let go of that, event, the emotions that I felt in my body and how it affects me in so many levels has been an interesting journey for sure. I think it's been almost 2 years since I started going to him. And it's one of the most interesting sessions that I have. And I truly believe in the power of emotions. And I'm so grateful that he's been able to help me deal with my past trauma and to be at peace with what happened, to let go so that I don't have the same triggers from the events that happened, a long time ago. That's been really great. So I had a great time during that session. We also talked about the medication, what medication might be helping, what supplements I should continue taking. And also we talked about some biohacks. It's actually a few things that he purchased, for his clinic recently that he wants me to try in the coming year. So I'm grateful he's letting me try some of the things, I think that was it. It was supposed to be that and speech therapy. And then, well, of course, speech therapy is now tomorrow. And in the afternoon, I had my hair appointment. So I wanted to kind of make it look younger. I'm turning 48 in 2 days on the 17th. So I wanted to have a youthful look. So I colored my gray today to cover it up. Some people can rock, their gray hair. Like I have a friend who looks amazing in her gray. And men too, I just haven't felt that way about my gray. I don't know. If I let it grow longer, would I feel that way? I'm not so sure. But I love the natural look that people have, and when they're looking, so amazing with the gray. I admire that so much. Anyways, excuse me. So that was this afternoon. Oh, and tonight I had a meeting with a couple of people from the Buddhist group, and which was really inspiring. We pretty much talked about finding Buddhahood in every person that we encounter. And it was a great reminder that we all have that. And that's our true essence, And I have the power to activate it 24/7, It just made me think about how I want to continue to pray. Before, I think it was about I want to heal, I want to get better, I want to feel better. Like, I want my daughter to be healthier, I want my family to be happy. Like, I had all these things, list of things. I'm, chanting for this person's happiness, that person's happiness, my family, my friends, strangers, world peace, all of that, I still chant for others, and I still chant for the world peace. But when it comes to myself, instead of having a list of things that I want to do or that I wish that I had, I've been really focusing on my life condition. Like, I want to really be able to stay grounded, no matter what happens. And I feel that prayers really help me achieve that, to have the life condition where nothing external can shake you. And I feel like while I went through some, difficult, somewhat challenging times this year, because I had this faith, that's how I have been able to, go through all of those obstacles that were presented. And somehow I'm receiving all kinds of help from so many people, even the people that I've never met. I'll share more about it maybe on my birthday. But for now, I notice that it's getting super long. So I will go for now. And I hope you have a good night. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.